I have not been a supporter of Israel since 2014, and I would like to explain one of the big reasons why here today. In 2014, I was in Israel during the summer. I was there what is now called the 2014 Gaza War. Do I think this is the correct title? No, I'm just simply stating that if you want to learn more about this, you can actually go and type that into Google and you will be able to research yourself. So I was there in Jerusalem the day that it was found out that 3 Israeli teenagers who had been kidnapped were no longer alive. I was there the day that this happened. Yes, I know that this was in retaliation of something. However, Muhammad was a 16-year-old child that was kidnapped and was burned until he was no longer... until he was unalive. And that's something that is stuck with me. That the quote-unquote good guys did that. So yes, I do understand that it was in retaliation, but Muhammad has not left my mind. Muhammad has stayed in my mind every single week since I have been alive, since 2014. For 9 years, I think about Muhammad.
I am an anti-Zionist Jew. Israel says it's the state for Jews. Well, let's start with the fact that 1, not all Jews live there, and 2, the majority of its citizens are not Jewish. I used to be a two-state solution. That was always my thing. I believe it's impossible now. I believe there has to be a one state for all of its people with equal rights, period. But I've been there. It's an apartheid system. I was allowed to use one road while other people weren't. I was allowed to have water while other people weren't. Not right. The time I was there was in 2017. I went to El Khalil, which everyone else calls Hebron. I refuse to call it that. I was in Ramallah. I went to the Kalandia checkpoint. I see what happens. I went to the Waldorf Hotel. This has been a lifelong resistance for me. It's something that I chose to do since I was 16 years old when I saw this cannot be. So yes, I know the intricacies, and when people say it's complicated and oh, don't get involved, it's too challenging. No, it's not. It's very easy. It's very simple. You don't have to go to Nablus the way I did. You don't have to go to Karam the way that I did. I wasn't allowed into Gaza, so I didn't go, but in those areas, it was, Hebron, my God, Khalil, it was crazy, ludicrous. It's insane. How can our tax dollars pay for this? Colonialist and imperialist, they're all colonial settler countries, and this is why they stand together. For settlers that are from New Jersey, they're from New Jersey, they're from New York. Well, obviously our governments are not listening to us now, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm not contributing to any political campaign of anyone that does not come out in favor of the Palestinian people. I will not.
Israeli Jewish, American as well. My partner is Palestinian, and I can do things that he can't do. I can travel quite freely, and even though his mother is a refugee from what is now Israel, he can't pass areas that are off limits to Palestinians. I have excellent rights, I have health. There are cities in Israel being built for Jews only, and also in the West Bank, settlements being built for Israeli Jews only, while Palestinians are hemmed in, unable to build cities, and their homes are being demolished for lack of permits that are almost impossible to get. The Israeli authorities are engaging in forcible transfer, where they remove Palestinian communities in the West Bank to make room for settlements. All of these are part of the root causes of the violence. There's terrible abuses going on. You just have to listen to what people on the ground are telling you and adjust accordingly.
If Israel isn't an apartheid nation, then how come a whole bunch of white South Africans moved there once apartheid ended in South Africa?